enough to cause me to run away from home when I was 16 because I was tired of getting smacked around. And my grandmother, who loved me as much as anybody could, but still regularly beat me with chains and a stick to try and keep me down. Kids like me are tough to deal with. And then God sent me Ken Kais Jr. He wrote the Handbook to Higher Consciousness. That is, if I said, Bhagwan, would you tell me one book that I should read if I just didn't like to read? Yeah, Handbook to Higher Consciousness, Ken Kais Jr. In my opinion, single most important book in the world. Well, why, Bhagwan? Well, because it teaches you how to live your life in peace and harmony, regardless of what's going on with you. See, a lot of you guys think you're the only ones got shit in your life. Everybody's got it. No, maybe not. I'm sure there's some people out there that are so completely embraced by the wonder of this divine place that they don't have. I remember when a 27-year-old woman comes up to me one time. She said, "Oh, Bhagwan, I feel so bad sometimes." I said, "What's wrong?" She says, "I've never had any pain in my life. Everybody I know is still alive. Everybody's healthy. My parents had money. I got 3,814 friends." Wow. Don't feel bad about that. Be blessed. Understand it. You must be someone God loves a lot to put you in that kind of station. Doesn't mean God loves you any less if you're shit. If everything around you is shit every time you turn around, and all you can do is smell it and taste it and feel it. It's just a test. Some of you guys with your faces in the gutter, one day you're going to either die or have a revelation and say, "Oh, I don't have to do this anymore. I've learned everything that the gutter could teach me." That's what happened to me in the Marine Corps. I was a lifer. God, I loved it. Playing the game, be soldier, you know. And I come from a wartime. I was born during the Second World War in Korea. Saw the soldiers coming home, the heroes and all that stuff. And my dad was gone, so you just decide that's going on. And then when you find yourself at 17, you out on the street, what are you going to do? 16 actually, but I had to wait till I was 17 to go in. So I went in for 4 years and just re-enlisted, no doubt about it, 6 years. During my 7th year, I had an epiphany, and I said it was time to go. Of course, I had to wait 3 years because I had a full obligation. Went to war, a couple of other things. All those things absolutely necessary to get me to today. Because one of the greatest sources of this wonderful energy that's going to turn the world around is the warriors out there, especially all you poor babies who are wounded and beat up and suffering the things that you experienced and so on. So here, let me tell you some stuff. This is really important if you're a warrior. And that experience has hurt you. Let me share this with you. Absolutely necessary to get you to today. Today is the day that the world should decide that all war is stupid and we're going to stop it. See, we're in a really, because there's not enough of it going on to sustain unless we sustain it. Got all these little Mickey Mouse wars. For the United Nations, which is a wonderful organization, by the way, guys. That's one of our futures is having the United Nations become the, I don't like the word order keeper, but maybe that's an appropriate word. We're a lot of people. You can't have lunatics running around killing people because it seems like Thursday ain't a good idea. Or they've got a different view of the way the world should be or is. It's just nonsense. So somebody's got to stop it. And because we do everything based on what's going on in our house, we don't reach out enough with our consciousness to what's going on in the other guy's house. And that may not be fair to a lot of people, but it's the way it's perceived by we, all of us, are part of a magnificent thing. And it's up to us to pull out the knowledge and energy to make it a reality. So, I'll tell you some things that will make your life better. To the best of your ability, have more intimacy in your life. Touch as many people as you can. If you're fortunate enough to have an intimate relationship, or several. You know, some of you people are single. You're entitled to do things. Go do them. Do them with great enthusiasm and kindness. All you violent guys, man, you know, gotta stop. It only stops when everybody's conscious of it. So that's part of our job, make everybody conscious. But you're the one. I can't do it without you. All the rest are just decoration. You're the only one who can help me. I'm going to teach you how to be strong physically. Several things you can do right away. Find the closest martial arts dojo, join it. Tell a man BHAGWAN said that if you came to him, that he would help you become strong enough to help him save the world. And let him pick your training. Doesn't matter what the discipline is, they're all the same. Although the guys who are practicers of what they'll tell you, no, my arts is that bullshit. Their purpose is to make you strong, to teach you discipline, to teach you appreciation. And if you can do that, to every extent that you can do it more than what you got going for you now, you become more person. It's not good or better, but it's more. You actually become more. We need us to become more. So, there's obviously some rambling here because first time. And I wanted to give you a little slice. Oh, I was going to teach you this game. I think it's easier for women. Almost everybody has had some happy moments in their lives. I know some of you poor babies have just had such a shit hand dealt to you. And you may lament about it every night, but I promise you, look in the mirror and see how fucking strong you are. Understanding that was for you. All that shit that you had to put up with as a kid was there to make you strong. And now you're strong, but probably still seriously pissed off. So if we can diffuse the pissed off, or maybe even make it go away, you know, the day you accept the fact that it was purposeful and meant to be, it goes away. Oh yeah, I understand, because you're already standing, you're recovered. Some of you not so much, you know, some of you got ripped up, beat up bad. You have a different journey. But it's interesting. Dr. Hawkins is a man who, at any level of glance at all, he's been dealt a tough hand. And yet, not too long ago during an interview, he says he wouldn't change it for anything. The reason is because all that other stuff wasn't working. He was able to focus on his mind. And he was given a great mind. He's changing the world, right? Everybody loves him. Everybody admires him. Master teachers, all master teachers. I was telling you about my master teachers, right? Jesus, Dad and Grandma kind of tie. And then I was an agnostic for 25 years. That was a really good time. All you people who don't believe anything, that's good. That's good. It really is. See, because it makes you be strong. A lot of people use their religion. They use the word crutch. I don't like it, but it is. It's what it turns out to be. Every time they get a fart stuck in them, they're praying. Oh, God, save me. Save the pain. Take the pain. Fuck. What's wrong with you people? Stop praying. Start doing. You pray too much. Some of you piss away half your lives praying. Think of the good you could do if you're out actually doing something. God doesn't care about those things. He cares what you do. Because he can't come here in his completion unless we get our shit together and accept him. How do you accept him? By becoming aware. Not by giving your heart to Jesus or to Krishna or to Buddha or Muhammad or anybody else. You just become aware and let God come in. And he'll come. When it happens, whoa. Then a whole different demeanor comes over you. You understand. You accept. If there was pain, it was necessary to get you to today. What's today? Day the world changes. So, I was going back to this point about almost everybody's had some happinesses in their lives. Some of you have had a lot of happinesses in your lives. So I'm going to teach you a game given to me by I call my fourth master teacher, Ken Kais. Beautiful man. You know, his gift was polio. How did God make him a master teacher? A realized being? He's 27 years old, living on a yacht in the Caribbean with $2. He's an independently wealthy man from inheritance. God said, hey, polio for you, kid. Wings and wheels. Quadriplegic. But he had money. It was cool. He didn't have to worry about food or anything. Someone taking care of him. That all was going to be covered. So he was able to work on his mind because he hurt and anguished. But he really wasn't in pain. It was all here. And so he delved into all the things that make suffering happen and realized that physical pain is real, but it almost always subsides with time. So what's left is anguish, is all mental stuff. And if you come from a be here now appreciation notion that every pain you've been given was given for you to learn something, and if you can learn that lesson, because you may not learn it right away. It may still suck for decades, and then one day you'll go, oh, no, I understand. I hope it didn't take that long for you, because that's kind of hard stuff. Game. Find a place that's comfortable for you to lay down. Most people think laying on their back is the best position for this kind of thing. And laying on your back looking at the stars is an absolutely wonderful place to do this. Or in your bed. But what you want to achieve is you want to go back and remember the things that made you really, really happy. And as you remember them, remember the feeling that you experienced when that happened, when you were having this wonderful experience. And very often, you'll be able to recover either the complete experience or at least a substantial part of it. A big smile will be on your face, your body will be all aglow. Find a trigger. My master Ken used his tongue. He would stick it up at the top of his mouth, kind of like that. He told us a story. During World War II, Germans were dropping these big 2,000-pound bombs on London. And they were extremely devastating. And London's got all kinds of multi-story residential units. And this guy was taken in the bathtub, and his bath was over, and he reached down, and he pulled the plug out of his bathtub, and a 2,000-pound bomb hit his building. Cast iron bathtub fell 5 stories, 4 stories, whatever the hell it is, boom, down. Absolutely convinced that he did it. For all his life, couldn't pull the plug, didn't take baths, took showers. The point I'm trying to illustrate is that when two things happen simultaneously, there's a cross recognition. One thing happens, well, you remember this thing. If this thing happens, you remember that thing. So, let's say that I used my thumb into my forefinger like that, because it's discreet. You don't want to have some big gigantic gesture. People are wondering what the hell's going on here. But you hit this little guy, boom, and you get this pop of joyous energy. Listen, this is no nonsense. You practice this, especially, you had a wonderful life, and now it sucks because you got an asshole for a husband, and your parents died, or no money, whatever it is. All those things are out there every day. You do this for yourself, and after a while, you'll get skilled at it, and you'll fine-tune the experiences and the timing. And the time will come when you'll be able to create literally euphoric senses of awareness with the touch of a finger.